Hey guys, Engineer Wannabe here, and today we're going to be reviewing the Omega Seamaster Professional Ceramic. This is the 2018 model with the caliber 2500. We are going to be reviewing the previous generation mid-size model. Now I've had this for about 5 months, and it has really impressed me over that 5 months. It has disappointed me in a few ways, but let's get into that right now. So let's get the specs out of the way. We have a diameter of 36.25 officially. I've measured it to be around 36.5 millimeters, so pretty close to 36.25. I have a lug-to-lug distance measured to be 42.5, I'd say. And we have a lug spacing of 18 millimeters and a thickness of 12 millimeters. So very, very nice proportions. It's a good size for a smaller wrist. I have a 6.25 inch wrist, and so this thing fits me really well. And it really does impress in terms of its versatility. Because it is so small, it actually looks very elegant on a 18 millimeter strap. I have it on mostly on a black waterproof alligator. Now it does come in a bracelet, which is the classic 9-link Omega Seamaster bracelet. It has the mixture of brushed and polished links alternating, and it's very iconic. It's a very signature bracelet for the Omega Seamaster. It even carried through to the new generation as well. So it's a very interesting bracelet. I have a few gripes with that bracelet. One of the gripes for me is the end links. The end links extend out in a very awkward way. We have the two little parts extending out rather than the bigger part, so it does not wear beautifully if it's a colder day or something like that and your wrist is a bit smaller. It looks a bit clumsy, and it tends to pull to one side of your wrist. But again, that's a very minor thing. I'd more than happily put up with that for the signature look that you get from the Omega Seamaster bracelet. Another thing is the fact that it does not have a micro adjustment mechanism. Forget about quick adjust, it doesn't even have a micro adjust. So it's very hit or miss. I have to wear it slightly looser. I tried wearing it a bit tighter, but then it got very uncomfortable on a hot summer day, so I switched to a bit looser rather than a bit tighter, and it's just disappointing. Now, this being the 18 millimeter lug width, we don't have the option to get that sliding mechanism. You could retrofit it onto this watch, but you'll have an awkward jump from 18 to 20 millimeter, as that clasp was made for the regular size Seamaster or the Planet Ocean. So I have resorted to wearing it on this waterproof perch strap, water resistant I should say, and it does match, the red stitching matches the Seamaster text and the red second hand, so I think it's a good compromise. It looks very good. The most disappointing thing, of course, is the bezel. Bezel action is really embarrassing, as I mentioned in a few videos. For the Omega, it feels loose in a sense. It's not difficult to turn or anything. It just feels loose and tinny, and really not up to a standard for the price that you're paying. And I think it carries on to the new generation too. I have held it in my hand and I have used it. I remember being disappointed, so that is one thing to remember. I really like the scallop bezel though. It has a nice look to it. So overall, we have the movement that would be the caliber 2500, the modified ETA 2892 with that George Daniels coaxial escapement. So not too much to say there. It beats at 25,200 vibrations per hour, so that makes it 7 ticks per second, which is one tick less than the usual 28,800 beats per hour, which makes it 8 ticks per second. And it's not very noticeable, but it is a bit jerkier. But then again, I kind of like it. It makes it a bit more unique. Let's talk about the loom really quickly as well. The loom is really good on the indices and on the tips of the hands, but because of the skeletonized hands, the little strips of loom on the outer edges of the two hands are really poor, and they do deteriorate very, very quickly. and so this watch is not very readable at night. It'll take you a few seconds to get a good reading purely based on the lume. So if you have a light source, then of course it won't be as difficult because the hands actually reflect very well. They're very well polished. But if you're relying on the lume, I found myself confusing the hour hand and the minute hand, and not really being able to tell the time quickly, at least. So that's one thing to keep in mind, is a poor execution because of those skeletonized hands. So just to conclude, this has been a really interesting watch to own. I really enjoy this watch. It, I believe, is going to be a staple in my collection, but then again, who knows? We'll have to wait and see. I've had it now for about 5 months, so that's a good start. I really enjoy it. I enjoy its versatility. I believe it is one of the more interesting watches that I have. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you all have a good day or night wherever you may be, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye.